the right? Alright, it's been a while since I drove the boat, about a week or two maybe. But I'm getting off the dock again. Watch the dinghy! Watch the dinghy! Where am I going? Did it all by myself. Chris was out on the bow.
I was so nervous.
I made him put his life jacket on.
Okay. You know you're going to go between the red and the green.
I can't see a red. That's the problem.
All of them right there.
Okay, this middle is all... Are we not going first, are we?
I don't know. Just when you're not stopping.
Are they behind me?
People can't get past you if you're moving, especially as fast as you're going. Just, why don't you talk to somebody?
No agenda. And Riker, this is Miracle. I just got us off the dock, so I don't have to. I don't know that I want to be first.
Let Mike come up. Mike knows where we're going.
Mike, do you want to come first? I didn't understand you.
It doesn't matter. I can come ahead. It don't matter to me.
Tell him to come on up.
All right, I say come on up, Mike, if you're okay with that, Riker. While we're in Ottawa, the harbor host for Ottawa came to the canal and talked to Jody and Katya, I think, and invited us to a barbecue at the Long Island lock. So it turned out it was their power squad, the regional power squad, and they were having their annual barbecue, and so they invited us to that, which was wonderful, and they asked if somebody would speak. So we elected Chris. So Chris spoke to them about the Great Loop, and so he did. It took lots of questions. So he did a good job. They were very nice people. And the food was excellent, absolutely. So we wanted to thank them again for the invitation and the hospitality, and a really nice night. It was fantastic. Which is most of this channel is 10 kilometers per hour, which is about 6.2 miles per hour. So we're putting along, enjoying the scenery. So we ended up going through 8 locks yesterday, I believe. The last 3 being a flight of 3. So when I say flight, when they fill up one chamber and open the doors, it's the doors opening to the next chamber. Hopefully we'll be able to video one, but I'm usually concentrating so hard on the lock that I don't think about videoing it. So we have a long stretch today. I think it's 26 miles, something like that, of no locks. That's exciting. So we decided to go ahead and do the locks and get on the other side later today. There's some locks at the end of this 26-mile run. And it's a cute town, they say. It's called Merrickville. And so we're going to spend the night there on the wall. And they told us that it is right in the heart of town. So there's shopping and stores and restaurants right by the wall. So that's the plan tonight. But we do have some locks to go through at the end of that, before we get there. But I'm just going to enjoy a 26-mile run of no locks.
Good morning. Well, it's Wednesday morning. We got to Merrickville last night, which is about 30 miles from the Narrows, which is where we're heading today. And Merrickville is a cute little town. These are several restaurants and antique stores and ice cream. We had a good time wandering around yesterday afternoon here, and it's just like right here from the locks. So there's 3 locks here, and you can see a close-up of these cranks these guys use to open and close the doors. And this chamber is full. And there are our boats right over there. This side of the canal over here is Red Rover right in front of us. They have 30 amp electric over there. We do not. We don't have, we're just on the blue line. And there's a building on the other side of our boats there that's like the little visitor center, and behind it over there is a campground, which we got water from and get showers and things like that. Ice. And there's a park. We sat around there. So it's so cool up here. You can sit around outside in the evening till the mosquitoes get you. But Merrickville is gorgeous. And we went through like 8 locks yesterday. 3 of them were here, and farther downstream. So this is definitely one of the stops you don't want to miss. They've got a nice little afternoon kind of setting here. And that's where we're heading tomorrow. Today, in a few minutes. We're gonna head up and head on out. The next usual stop is 14 miles up at Smith Falls, but 14 miles is very long to go in a day. So we're gonna go and we're gonna go on farther to the Narrows. That'll put us at a day or so ahead of Kingston. We'll be there Friday, I think, day after tomorrow. Oh, and I caught some fish yesterday. I caught a catfish right here off the back of the boat, and some brim. You can see there's fish all in the water. The water's getting clear, and you can see them all. I'm really enjoying it up here. It's very pretty.
So we just finished the first lock of the day, and we are headed towards the Nicholson locks. I believe there's 3 there. Since we go in first, we are going to take the lead on this. And this is just a beautiful, beautiful canal here. Some of the channels that we went through were really narrow. But Riker took a really good video of us. So we just passed by this little swing bridge. I forgot to video the guy opening it for us. manually opening it for us. So he had to walk around in circles. I think there'll be another one. I'll video the next one. We have lots of narrow channels, but then also as we approach these locks, they get even more narrow, and there's rocks on either side. And it's one of my big fears is that we're going to end up meeting another boat coming the opposite direction.
Riker and Miracle, there's a boat approaching us.
Oh shit.
Here we're going through another channel, and we have to kind of zigzag. The water is really clear, so you can see the rocks in the water off to the side, and you're just trying to weave in between them. It's a little nerve-wracking, but it is.
Yes.
It's beautiful. It's just gorgeous. The water is so clear, and seeing the current flowing between the rocks, it's like shooting the rapids in a boat.
I'll just go ahead forward, and then you get this one, and then I'll run in the back and I'll get that one. Okay. Do you think that's good? Okay. Do you want this one now?
Yeah. Okay. And I think there was a boat in there coming the opposite direction, so we were asked to all tie up to the blue line.
And so the blue line is always, the lock knows, if you tie up to the blue line, the lock knows that you're waiting to lock through.
Yeah, so we're pulling up here slowly as usual, and Riker is going to help us tie up.
They help catch my lines.
Yeah. We're high, so you can't reach down to the dock, so they have to kind of help us. But this is what you kind of do. We end up waiting about 30 minutes for the boat that's in there to get out. So we just tied up there, and we'll get out and walk around on the dock once we're tied up and catch up. And so we sat there, and then in a second they're going to open the lock, and we'll be the second or the third boat in.
I don't know if there is
So
room on the starboard.
there's a boat and no agenda up ahead of us, and we're third going in, and Riker's behind us. They sort of sort you into these locks depending by how, put a big one and a short one together on both sides so they can try to get you in. So at this point, Laura's talking to him about which rope does she want to get. We want to get close.
Which cable, yeah.
Yeah, we want to get close to that boat in front of us. We're going to tie up on the starboard side, but we want to not hit him, but we also want to be able to be in so that we can clear the door so the door can swing closed behind us.
Right.
There's a lot of motioning with and yelling to the top guys and the people in front. Yeah, come on back.
I know, and the people are helping me. Y'all are still good. You got room. I think this may have been the one that we were close, and the guy on the boat was like, "You've got 10 feet," and his son was like, "I don't think that's 10 feet."
Yeah, I'm back in the back, so often I can't hear what's going on, but there's a lot of motioning about this.
Well, this lock was raising us up, so we're up pretty high, and then we start filing out, and sometimes
after the doors open.
Right after the doors open.
So you have a lot of people that we don't know how to do locks, we don't know what to do, but they help you, and they put you in, they shut the doors, they fill it up or drop it down, then they open the doors, and then you drive out.
And a lot of times we decide between ourselves who's going to go first and second, and sometimes the lock guys tell us, or the lock people tell us which way, who they would like to go first. So, but it's getting easier, I think.
Yeah, we've done 150 locks now so far, so it is getting easier.
So we've been in these little channels for days. It feels like for days, but for the last, I guess since we left Ottawa, we've been in small channels. But look at this. We've got a lake in front of us. It's breezy. I'm sitting on the couch on the bridge, and I'm getting cool because I'm in the breeze. And this is what's behind us. Someone told us today that, or last night, I guess, that it was just going to get prettier as we continued on towards Kingston. And this is definitely a very pretty area here. We had thought about stopping at Smith Falls, I believe was the name, but it was only 14 miles past Merrickville. We enjoyed Merrickville. It was a cute little town. It was on a Tuesday though, so there was stuff that was closed. But it was a cute town, a really nice place to stop. And so we decided to go on past Smithville, but as we were, Smith Falls. So as we were going through Smith Falls, we realized that that was a cute place. They had like a swimming hole, and they had power at one point, but we had already decided to keep going. But if anyone's looking for a nice town, it's more of a city. I don't know how big it is, but it was a bigger town than Merrickville. It looked like a great place to stop. So we are at the lock at the Narrows, and we're planning on locking through and then mooring on the other side for tonight. This is the first one that we've come to that's been like a traffic jam. So there's somebody that's in the lock. I believe there's somebody on the blue line. There's a couple boats on this side that are moored. Not exactly sure what's going to happen. We ended up locking through and mooring up on the other side of the Narrows lock. And we had a great night. It was secluded, but really pretty there. It was nice and relaxing. So thank you for joining us. We appreciate everybody's comments. And if you would, please give us a like. If you haven't subscribed yet, please do that. It really helps us when you're doing that. Join us next week as we head to Kingston and see what's going on there. And if you would, please stay tuned for Chris's next episode of View from the Shower Window.
Good morning. Time for another View from the Shower Window. So now we are in Narrows, Canada, and we there's the dam over there and the lock, maybe a little bit of lock on the right, and you can see we're just out in the middle of nowhere. There's a few little cabins and houses out here, but it's very beautiful. The water is crystal clear. You can see down about 10 feet to a rocky bottom. It's just the Bahamas up north. Little brim and bass swimming around. But there's my view out the shower window this morning. I'm not sure it gets any better than this, but we'll see. Narrows, Canada. 2 days to Kingston. We're going to some Brandon Falls or something today. It's only 14 miles, but it's 8 locks. We're going out this bigger lake out here. View from the shower window.